Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome, welcome. So, as you could tell from the title, we are going to do a recap and a review of Belle Collective Season 3, Episode 6. If you're an long-time viewer, then you know I usually have my notes, and I'm trying something a little bit different today. You usually listen to audio of me doing the reviews, and I'm like, you know what, I need to put my face back out here on the internet, so we're doing it real quick in the car. So let's get started with this. So like I said, we're going to do a recap and a review of Belle Collective Season 3 Episode 6, titled Th Sunjai Also Rises. So okay, you can see the play on words. All right, Carlos, see the play on words. All right, so if you remember in episode 5, we left where Latrice was having her wig event, and she invited all the girls, and most of them showed up except for, I think, Marie is the only one who didn't show up. And they got into, her and Selena, who is so Gucci and Selena, who is JJ's ex-wife, got into a little altercation, and we saw where it ended right there with the cliffhanger. So now we're picking up back where they're still going at it. Of course, we didn't see the full fight, which is good. I'm glad they didn't show it. But from what we're hearing with the recap from everybody talking about it, it seemed like after So Gucci called Selena an extra, Selena didn't like that. She let it be known that she was wife number one, and she's been on television before So Gucci, and also she was JJ's wife before So Gucci. They got into a physical altercation where I believe So Gucci got cut on her hand from a champagne glass that she was holding in her hand, and they had to take her to the hospital. As it turned out, they both left the party. Latrice was really, really upset about it because it's like she spent a lot of time putting this event together, and for it to turn out the way it did, it really upset her. So, the two ladies left. I think they went on with the event. I believe that Selena's daughters were still at the party, so they stayed. They didn't leave with their mom. They continued at the party, but the other two ladies, they left. All right, so now the day is ruined, and I believe it was Akeisha. Akeisha went to the hospital with So Gucci, and before they left, they had a discussion, and long story short, So Gucci told Akeisha that she believed that Latrice set it up, the fact that, to have both ladies at the party so they could have an argument. I don't know how that happened, but because at the baby showers, they seem to be cordial. So how is it now that we are at the wig event and now we're having a fight? And they're trying to blame it on Latrice. Latrice does feel bad about it, but she said these are grown women. There is no reason for them to be fighting the way they are, because they should be able to, control their emotions and take care of themselves. So that's where we have it with the two ladies. Now we have Akeisha and Willie at home. So Willie has come home for a week. We know that Akeisha is trying to open, she was trying to open one business, I believe, but now it happens so that they have to make the proposal for a number of businesses all together. They're doing it like a big project. So instead of just open one business, which is the bar and lounge, where they have a franchise in the Bronx, now they're working together with other professionals to open business. So she's like, it's really frustrating. She's telling Willie that it's really frustrating, and she just hopes that the community board or whoever need to pass the proposal that they've presented. So she's looking forward to that. Willie's like, okay, I'm here for the week. We know that, again, they have the establishment in the Bronx, and he's also a commentator on a podcast or a morning show, and I believe it's in football season that this was filmed. Yeah, it's in football season because it's around Christmas time, and depending on if the Jets make it to the playoff, then he may have to go back to New York after a week. I don't follow football like that, so I'm not sure if the Jets did make it for the playoffs. So I'm not sure exactly if he stayed with her in Mississippi, or he had to come back to New York. I'm trying to remember if the Jets made it in the playoff for 2022. All right, so that was the quick touch base with Aikisha and Willie. They missed each other. The kids missed their dad. It was just fun to see the family dynamic, and them being together. Next, we have Soguchi and JJ. They're meeting by the pond. They're gonna have a talk about what happened between Soguchi and Selena. I was thinking that JJ would be more upset at Soguchi, but he's not. He's really more upset at Selena. To his point, he's like, you guys have coexisted for 15 years, the time that, you came into my life. I don't understand why it is that everything went left at this particular week party. And I think that it's because you have that disagreement with Latrice regarding her, closing with another realtor, that Latrice and Cliff set it up. Again, JJ went in to let us know a little bit more about his history as far as his family is concerned. He's letting us know that Soguchi came into his life at the right time, where Selena wanted to be more in the street rather than raising the girls. So he took the girls in as far as he should. He's his dad. He's like, let the girls stay with me. I'll raise them, and then you could go out and do what you need to do. This wasn't around the same time that Selena was dating Cliff. No, I don't think so. Because I think her and Cliff were dating. She was dating Cliff and she was dating JJ at the same time. And before her and JJ got married. So I don't think that was the case. All right, we're going to let this ambulance pass before we continue. Yeah, so those are some of the things that happen when you're filming in the car. Even when you're in the house, sometimes you hear it in my background. We always have emergency vehicles going by. Yeah, so we're talking about JJ. He told us that he and Selena were married for 12 years, then they were separated for 5 before they finally got the divorce. And he said the reason why they weren't together is because Selena wanted to run the streets and he wasn't for that. So he's like, give me my girls, let me raise my daughters, and you could go outside and do what you want to do. So back to the altercation of the event. He said, you've known each other for 15 years. I don't know why you guys just happen to come to fisticuffs at this point. And I honestly think that Latrice and Cliff has something to do with that. But I don't get how Cliff is involved. Even though he's messy as it is, I don't get how Cliff is involved. Cliff wasn't even around. I don't understand how he's calling him out on this. But I guess, he have to involve him somehow because Latrice and Cliff are husband and wife. All right. So Gucci was like, you know what? I just want to go inside and take a bubble bath and stuff. He's like, let me do that for you. Let me run your bubble bath. Let me pour your wine. Just let me do for you what a husband is supposed to do for a wife. And then, so Gucci was like, I hope your mama know to stay in her place or something to that effect. She said, well, JJ's like, well, she's going to have to hear all this noise tonight, and stuff like that. Honestly, I do not think JJ's mother needs to be living with them. Yes, put your mom in her own place and help her pay her bills, but she don't need to be in that house because you guys just got the girls out. You finally have the place to yourself, and now you have somebody else in there. Come on, man. You need your privacy. I don't think since Soguchi has been married to JJ that they've really had that house to themselves and had any time because, like he said, the girls were living with him, and when he married Soguchi, met Soguchi and married her, she helped him a lot with the girls, and they finally raised them and got them out the house, and now here comes his mom. So I don't know what they're gonna do, but the fact that JJ classified Latrice and Cliff as Medusa and Lucifer, I'm like, oh my God, come on JJ, you don't need to be doing that. But that was a little chuckle moment right there. All right, so the next scene, we have Letitia and Misha Ray, I believe. So Letitia let us know that she has a mentee. Her name is Misha Ray, and she's a nurse, and she also wants to be an entrepreneur. So she's taking her under her wing to show her the ropes and stuff, and she thought it was a good idea to invite Misha Ray to the wig event so she could be around some boss ladies and just see how business is run and stuff. But Misha Ray let her know that, she thought she was gonna come to a classy event. She didn't know she was gonna come to some hood chronicle crap. I found that to be funny. She said, I thought you guys were Southern Belles. I didn't know I was coming to some hood chronicles. Of course, Letitia agreed with her. She's like, I don't know if after all of that you still want to be my mentee, but I still want to be your mentor. She's like, yes, we have a lot of grandmas gone wild, which I'm guessing she is referring to Akeisha and Tambra. Come on, Letitia, you are not that far in age from these ladies. You're over here calling them grandma. Because she's like, first we had Grandma Gone Wild, because you remember last season, at the end of last season, we had the blow up with Tambra and Akeisha at the table. And now she's like, we have another fight at the wig event. She's like, this is not what we want to be known for. We want to be known for positive things and mentoring people and showing that we could be better than we are. So, of course, Misha Ray is like, no, I'm fine. She's like, even though it was some hood chronicles, I'm fine with you still being my mentor, and I want to move forward with you. So that was a quick scene between Letitia and her mentee, I should say. So now we have Marie and Zuri, her daughter. We see Zuri at dance practice. Marie let us know that Zuri is part of the Purple Diamonds dance team, and they are getting ready to be a part of the Christmas parade in Jackson. And Zuri just needed some extra practice and stuff to do her flips and to just perfect her moves and stuff like that. So we see them in the dance studio with the instructor. And then we see So Gucci showed up. She says that she was just passing by and she saw Marie's car outside and she wanted to know if Marie was in there. So she came in and she was telling Marie about what happened at the wig event. And she told Marie what she called Selena, which was, you're an extra. Marie face said it all, which is what we all thought, that, yeah, that wasn't right for you to call her something like that. And maybe that's why it popped off the way it did. And she told her that she don't understand how it is. Again, everybody's saying that they don't understand how they're at this point where, they have to get physical. We find out that So Gucci actually ended up on the floor in the fight with Selena. So I don't know how she ended up there. That's the first I was hearing her talk about it. And we know that she got cut on her hand with the glass that she had in her hand or something. Their glass cut from somewhere. Maybe that's when, the glass broke. She fell. She cut. I'm just assuming. We don't actually know what happened since we didn't see the fight. But Marie is saying that, that wasn't cool. So Gucci is being really regretful because she's like, now this is going to spoil the relationship that she has with the girls, that she hope it doesn't spoil their relationship. Of course it's going to spoil it because that's their mom. Who you think they're going to take up for? That's their mother. So that was a conversation that Marie and So Gucci had regarding the fight. Marie invited So Gucci to Zuri's event, the day of the parade. She told her, please come out, come support. I would like to have you there. And then they did a little dance practice. We get to find out that So Gucci's also a dancer from back in the days, as far as, being part of the band. And her and Marie just bonded over that. So then they did their little dance and So Gucci went on her way. Now we have Latrice and Tambra. Tambra set up the meeting for her and Latrice to meet at the park. She's saying how peaceful the place was. Again, we're talking about what happened at the wig event. Latrice is upset because she says she put a lot of time into that event, and for it to go left the way it did, she wasn't happy about it. Yeah, they talked about it. She told her that it's going to be better. They're as grown women supposed to check themselves. The whole episode was about recapping what happened at the wig event. But one thing I noticed, that Tambra had on a cap, a baseball cap, and a hoodie with the letter J. And I noticed that JJ had on the same, similar cap with the letter J. And I'm wondering, is that JJ's clothing brand that Tambra was promoting? Whose clothing brand is that? If anybody knows, just drop down in the comment and let me know. But I noticed that Tambra had on, that outfit, and JJ had on the same type of hat. So I'm guessing they're doing what they're supposed to do as entrepreneurs, using the show to promote what they are selling, and as far as featuring their life and their lifestyle. So that was the meeting with Tambra and Latrice. They enjoyed the sunset and just enjoy how beautiful life should be or could be. I know that they didn't talk about Tambra and Damon. They did not talk about Latrice and Cliff. They just talked about the wig event. I wonder why they did that and didn't push, other conversations. All right. So like I said, that was Latrice and Tambra. Now we have Glen and JJ. We're getting to the end, guys. Now we have Glen and JJ. We still have Glen here trying to pursue a freaking rap career. Like, come on. He said he's writing the song to get the rap or the song to get his wife back. So he's in the studio laying down the track, as they say. And then we have JJ come to support, as he always does. And JJ let him know that his grandson is here. So his daughter gave birth. So now he's a grandpa. And he's saying his oldest daughter is 25. And, he haven't had a little baby around the family since, his last child. But it's been 25 years. He finally got his grandson because he doesn't have any boys. It's only his 2 girls. We also find out in that scene that Glen's grandma has passed away. And we did see her in episode 5 where Glen went to visit her at her bedside while she's in hospice. And we found out that she has passed away. Glen is saying that, his grandma would be proud to see him push through and finish the project that he's working on, because that was her, her not goal or mantra, but just her belief that, if you're going to do something, put your all into it and see it through. So that's what he's doing. And then he let Glen listen to some of the rap, and he let JJ listen to some of the rap, and JJ was like, even though you're writing this for your wife, you know what, this could be also linked to what I'm going through as far as the rap words or whatever he had going on. So then Glen is telling JJ that, listen, I feel sorry for you because you're in the middle of all of this that's going on with your ex-wife and your current wife. And again, JJ let us know that, they've known each other for so long. They've co-parented for 15 years with no problem. And all of a sudden, this is what's going on. And he believes that Latrice and Cliff is the ones who set it up. And he don't know how he's going to maneuver it now. And he's kind of concerned about his daughters because, they also put in the middle, like, how they're supposed to feel. But like I said before, they're going to go for their mom. They're going to always be on their mom's side. And we don't know how they're going to come back from this. Yeah, that was the whole meeting between JJ and Glen. Like I said, this whole episode was circled around, the whole hour was focused around going over the fight and what happened at the fight. Except for this last part now, I'm going to let you go. We have the Christmas parade coming. We see Marie in the street, waiting for her daughter Zuri and her dance troupe to come around. And we see So Gucci show up because remember, Marie did invite So Gucci. What we didn't know was also that Marie invited Sanjay, which is JJ's daughter, who was at the wig event, who witnessed everything that happened between her mom and So Gucci. So Sanjay didn't even know So Gucci was coming. So, okay, Marie was like, oh, I don't see how I could keep myself out of this. Yes, Marie, you could keep yourself out of it. There was no way for you to get involved. But I guess for good TV, we had to have somebody be the peacemaker and try to bring the two together. So now we have So Gucci show up first, and Marie let her know, like, Sanjay's coming. Maybe you guys could talk and get to some resolution regarding what happened with her mom. And So Gucci she was happy to hear that Sanjay was going to be there. Now, when Sanjay shows up and greets Marie and sees So Gucci's like, oh my God, what? So Marie was like, I'm so happy you showed up, Sanjay, because Zuri has been asking for you. I'm making sure that, you're going to come because she's so excited that you're going to come see her perform or whatever. Then So Gucci takes the opportunity to apologize to Sanjay. Sanjay is listening to her, but then she's not saying, I accept your apology. She was like, it didn't need to get to that point. She tells us about when they filmed back in season 1 or 2, I believe, when they had the meeting on the sofa with the girls. And so Gucci's daughter telling them that she feels like she's been bullied. She's letting us know that there was a scene that was cut out where, they sat at the table and they were all talking, and they told So Gucci that, you really don't respect my mom, and the things you say and do towards her is not right. So we didn't see that part in season 1 and 2, but Sanjay is making sure that we hear about it in season 3. So she's like, I felt that that fight could have been avoided. You didn't need to say what you said to my mom. So Gucci was like, well, still, even though we have words and stuff, your mother didn't need to put her hand on me. And they were going back and forth, and then they finally realized that there would be no resolve. No yelling or anything was going on, but Sanjay was defending her mom to the teeth. And I think So Gucci realized, like, I think that I have crossed a line that I cannot get back from. And she said something about, oh, well, there goes the blended family. I'm not remembering if she said it in this scene or at another scene, but she did make that statement at some point in this episode. And I'm like, who's going to be the one to make up and make things right? It shouldn't be JJ. I do believe that Letitia is planning an event to try and get the ladies to be cordial or be okay with each other. But I think Selena and So Gucci needs to take it up on themselves to be, to have that conversation and squash everything and let things move on. According to JJ, he's saying that Selena wants him back because I think at this point she's single. Selena is missing what she has, and he says that he's giving it all to his current wife. So that's why she's causing problems. Girl, I don't know. I'm not going to try and unwrap all of this. It's a whole mix-up. It's a whole thing going on. Maybe with the future episodes coming, we are episode 6. This usually goes through episode 8. Or maybe like on Marriage, Love and Marriage Huntsville, we'll go to episode 22. And by then, they'll figure something out. But that is where we are so far. So this whole episode, like I said, was centered around what happened, the altercation between So Gucci and Selena, and we hope we get some resolve. I don't know what's coming up next week. I'm guessing Glen is gonna try and get Letitia to talk to him again. Maybe we'll finally start seeing something about Tambra and her life and get to see more of her. This season, I think we've seen her 3 times, and we're in episode 6, so maybe she's trying not to be seen. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that's where we are. I do thank you for watching this video. And until next time, guys, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, share the video if you wish. And until next time, make sure that you take care of yourselves and your family. Again, thank you for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.